AITA for correcting my wife's grammar. Need some input on this one. My wife is upset with me about always correcting her grammar. Example: we are watching The Office. Wife: I bet they'll be making money off of this show for the rest of their life. Me: lives. She got angry and then cried and said that I correct her grammar a lot and she finds it condescending and rude and that I am treating her like a child. I didn't see it that way, and feel that it isn't really out of the norm to correct someone you're close with, especially when it's such a basic mistake. Also, she is a 4th grade teacher, so it is kind of her job to teach others proper grammar. So, AITA for being a grammar Nazi? Should I just keep my mouth shut? Thanks in advance. Update. So the consensus is I am the A. I did apologize yesterday and apologized again this morning and will try to stop doing this in the future. Thanks to those who gave constructive feedback. I'm just shocked that so far nobody has corrected your grammar. Didn't ask me to, should be, didn't ask me to. I know you won't mind me correcting you as it's such a basic mistake. YTA. I'd get pretty pissed and annoyed if I was constantly corrected too. It is not normal to constantly correct someone you're close with. You sound like you'd be exhausting to spend any time with. Correct yourself before your wife finds someone who isn't like you. Okay, so you do a thing she finds upsetting. And then you continue to do the thing because you think it's no big deal. So, yeah. YTA. I'm an English language teacher and I'm telling you right now that YTA. Do I hear other native English speakers making grammatical mistakes all the time? Yes. Do I correct them? No. Because even though it's my job to teach English grammar, that would make me an AH. Do I make grammatical errors when I speak? Yes. Because speaking is an in-the-moment task and mistakes occur. Your poor wife. YTA linguist here. Everyone will occasionally make mistake like that. Even teachers and people with a PhD. You correcting your wife will not reduce the amount of slips because the problem isn't that she doesn't know. The problem is that she is a human with a human brain. And even if she were learning another language, an aggressive approach to correcting grammar will not help. It will only make her more anxious when talking to you. YTA. If she is breaking down and crying, you probably do it often. YTA. Why? What's the purpose of correcting her grammar? What are you getting out of it? YTA. Learn to swallow the need to always be right and always telling people they are wrong. No one likes that. Least of all the person you are supposed to love and respect more than everyone else. Completely understandable why she is not happy with you. YTA. Sorry. I understand your side because I'm a grammar cop, too. My mother never missed a chance to correct me, and that bred a compulsion to correct everyone around me. The truth is that no one is perfect in casual speech. I found several grammatical errors in your post and replies. And I've probably made errors in mine. I'm sure it would be annoying if commenters pointed out flaws in your post rather than focusing on the content. You may be right when you correct your wife. But is being right more important than allowing your wife to feel comfortable in her own home? YTA. You have done this regularly enough to make her hit a breaking point. People don't have to speak with proper grammar, which is a myth, especially in their own homes. Even gasp. Teachers. You made your wife cry and she expressed that she feels condescended to. But you care about more about pluralizing a word than her feelings. She shouldn't have to feel like she's walking on eggshells around you every time she speaks. Learn to let the grammar go and not police how she speaks. Your wife literally cried and told you to stop. Yes, you should stop doing it. Why is this a question? If someone got this mad at you, then it's obvious it makes them feel bad. You made your wife feel bad. It doesn't matter if you don't think it's rude. What should matter is that your wife asks you to stop. But also, like, don't do this to others too. It's very stick up your ass behavior. YTA. She was trying to engage with you over the show you were enjoying together. Not asking for an English lesson. Also, you don't seem to practice what you preach. Your post here isn't free of grammatical errors. I doubt mine is either. Both are comprehensible though, so it doesn't matter. YTA, you made your wife cry, and you're on here trying to justify yourself. FFS. 100% YTA. I've got 2 degrees in English and I often cringe inwardly when I hear people speak. But I keep my mouth shut unless I'm asked for my input. Which happens. Coworkers past and present for whom English is not a first language have asked for correction, which I provide. I make the effort to be kind and minimize any chance of them feeling bad about mistakes, joking that their English is far superior to my Portuguese, Czech, Cantonese, etc. And even here, writing in a thread riddled with pedantry. I don't gaffe about my grammar because it's informal and I don't know any of you or care much about your opinions. Woman shrugging. To be an AH like this to someone I cared about is horrific. Be better. YTA, learn to let things like that go. She told you this behavior bothers her, hurts her feelings. You disregard her, and continue the behavior. You don't need to improve your wife's grammar. You need to improve your ability to inhibit hurtful behavior. YTA. YTA, because it sounds like you do this a lot. Enough for her to hit a breaking point. My husband says a lot of things that sound dumb, but I'm not correcting him every time. Every so often, if he's in a good mood and we aren't around anyone, I remind him that broaden is not a word, or remind him of other things. But it's few and far between. And my main reason is I don't want him to embarrass himself in an interview or around other people. Stop being a condescending prick and tearing your wife down. Strong partnerships are about building each other up. YTA, and I think if you're honest you know it. YTA. It's never worth correcting a single one-off error. People misspeak all the time. If she was consistently demonstrating that she didn't know how to correctly pluralize words, then there might be a point in having a conversation about it. Not barking a correction at her, but having a sensitive conversation about the gap in her knowledge. But what you're doing is obnoxious and achieves nothing except to upset your wife. So why are you doing it? YTA. Very out of the norm to do that with even a base level of politeness. If you do it to other people, too, stop. It's rude and annoying. If you get what someone means, you don't need to correct or ask for clarification. That is the purpose of language, after all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.